2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. But realize this, that in the last days, difficult times will come. Mark 13:32. But of that day or hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but the Father alone. Matthew 24:19. But woe to those who are pregnant and to those who are nursing babies in those days. Matthew 28:20. Teaching them to observe all that I commanded you, and lo, I am with you always, even to the end of the age. 1 John 2:18. Children, it is the last hour. And just as you heard that Antichrist is coming, even now many Antichrists have appeared. From this we know that it is the last hour. Matthew 24:33. So you too, when you see all these things, recognize that he is near, right at the door. Revelation 6:15. Then the kings of the earth and the great men and the commanders and the rich and the strong and every slave and free man hid themselves in the caves and among the rocks of the mountains. Revelation 6:14. The sky was split apart like a scroll when it's rolled up, and every mountain and island were moved of their places. Matthew 24:8. But all these things are merely the beginning of birth pangs. Revelation 6:17. And they said to the mountains and to the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the presence of him who sits on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. Daniel 12:8. As for me, I heard but could not understand, so I said, my Lord, what will be the outcome of these events? Matthew 24:10. At that time many will fall away and will betray one another and hate one another. Revelation 22:13. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. Matthew 24:21. For then there will be a great tribulation, such as had not occurred since the beginning of the world until now, nor ever will. Revelation 8:11. The name of the star is called Wormwood, and a third of the waters became wormwood, and many men died from the waters, because they were made bitter. Matthew 13:49. So it will be at the end of the age, the angels will come forth and take out the wicked from among the righteous. Daniel 12:4. But as for you, Daniel, conceal these words and seal up the book until the end of time. Many will go back and forth, and knowledge will increase. Matthew 24:22. Unless those days had been cut short, no life would have been saved, but for the sake of the elect, those days will be cut short. Matthew 24:23. Then, if anyone says to you, behold, here is the Christ, or there he is, do not believe them. Luke 21:11. And there will be great earthquakes, and in various places plagues and famines, and there will be terrors and great signs from heaven. Daniel 11:40. At the end time, the king of the south will collide with him, and the king of the north will storm against him with chariots, with horsemen, and with many ships, and he will enter countries, overflow them, and pass through. Daniel 12:13. But as for you, go your way to the end. Then you will enter into rest and rise again for your allotted portion at the end of the age. Isaiah 2:2. Now it will come about that in the last days the mountain of the house of the Lord will be established as the chief of mountains, and will be raised above the hills, and all nations will stream to it. Matthew 24:3. As he was sitting on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, Tell us, when will these things happen? And what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age?